Okay, who want to answer this? What's your basic understanding about APIs? Okay, not the people who are already attending my manual manual batch. They won't be answering because I have told this concept in the class, I guess. Okay, I want to hear it from other people who are attending this class. So first, either the first time or either as a demo session.
Hi, Nikhil.
Hi Gaurav, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good too, bro. So, okay, let's go ahead. What's your basic understanding about APIs?
Yeah. So, Nikhil, basically API means like application programming interface, which is a middleware before between the user and the server. So it will talk on the behalf of when the main database. So it will get the response from the user and give the response to the user from talking to database or server.
Okay, Gaurav, you are technically right. You are technically right. But I'm going to explain this in very simpler way, very simpler examples that like even a seventh or sixth class student will get it. Okay, I'm going to explain it in the very simple way. Okay, Krishnamurti, you want to answer it? You can go ahead. Krishna, you can go ahead. You can answer this.
We use API testing when UI is not yet ready that time.
Yeah. That's also correct. That's also correct. But right now, I want to know everyone basic understanding that what's an API. Okay, what's an API? Okay, Ashwani and Sumaya has raised their hands. Okay, let's go with Ashwani.
API is a communication medium who talk with one application to another application.
Okay, that's correct. That's correct. Okay, okay, and let's go with Sumaya now.
So same answer था मेरा.
Okay, no worries. No worries. That's fine. That's fine, guys. I am satisfied with your answers. All of you are technically correct. All of you are technically correct. Okay, all of you have technically given the correct answer. Okay, but I will do a bit more. I will give you some more simpler examples. Those examples will be worth for you. Okay, so just keep your eyes on the screen and your focus on my voice. Okay. Guys, has everyone heard of Radison Hotels? That's a big hotel name. Radison is a brand in hotels industry. Has everyone heard of that?
Yes.
Okay, if everyone hasn't heard, so I'm just telling you that's a big brand of in the hotel industries. Radisson is the one of the biggest brand in hotels industry. Okay, if you haven't heard of Radisson, everyone has heard of Hyatt Regency, right? That's another, or either I would say Taj Hotel. I guess everyone is familiar with the Taj Hotel, right? Okay, I will take that example that everyone is familiar with. Okay, okay. Okay, guys, I will just share my screen. Guys, can someone please confirm if my screen is visible and good?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, I see people are still joining in. Okay, no worries. Guys, give me a thumbs up if I am still audible. Okay, I am still audible, and I am hoping that my voice is not even breaking. Okay, I'm hoping that. I just need some grids on this. Okay, no grids. Okay, now I see the grids. Okay, that's great, guys. Okay, so I will be explaining you few things. Okay, okay, just see. Uh, this is the just suppose. Okay, don't think. Just suppose it. Okay. Okay, guys, people are still joining in. Okay, let's start it. Okay, still joining in. Okay, just see. Just suppose that's front end of Radison. I will call Radison as RD. Okay, Radison website RDW. Okay. Okay, just suppose that this was front end of Radison website. Okay, okay, guys. And now there is another thing. To run the website, you need two things: front end and back end. Okay, and a database. Okay, you need these three things. Okay, and a database. Okay. Okay, just suppose this is the backend. Okay, I will call backend as BK of RWD. Okay, guys, is this clear? There is a front end and there is a backend. That's very simple thing, I guess I have told till now. Okay, now guys, okay. Now, this is the database. Okay, that's database of RDW. RDW means Radison backend website. Radison website. Okay. Okay, I see one thing. That's very simple. That front end of Radison website can communicate website can communicate with backend of Radison website, and backend of Radison website can communicate with database of Radison website. Is this simple? This is simple, right? These three things can communicate because they are pointing out to one. Radison is just a hotel. I'm just giving an example. That Radison is a very famous hotel. Okay. That's the name of hotel brand. Okay. Okay, guys. So do you understood this? Do you understood this? That's very simple. Give me a thumbs up if everyone is clear about this point. Okay, guys. When I say give me a thumbs up, I want a thumbs up from everyone. Okay. Even if you are attending the demo session, just give me a thumbs up. So that gives me an acknowledgement that you have understood, and I can move to the next point. Okay. Okay, so that's very simple. The front end can communicate with backend, and backend can communicate with Radison website. Okay, Radison websites backend, and backend can communicate with database of Radison website. That's very simple, and that's very easy to understood, right? Now I have a different thing. Okay, that was that. Right now I am talking about Radison website scenario. Okay. Okay, right now we were talking about Radison website scenario. Okay, now I will talk about another thing. You guys have must observe that Radison or Taj Hotel, any famous hotel. Okay, any famous hotel. Okay, also has its data on GoIbibo. Or I would say yatra.com. Okay. Or I would say let's take it Oyo. Oyo usually doesn't have the data of big hotels, but let's just suppose this. Okay. Let's just suppose this. And right now I'm talking about front end. You guys are able to see the data of Taj Hotel on the front end of GoIbibo or Yatra.com and Oyo. Right? right? So how does this front end of GoIbibo or Yatra.com or Oyo.com is communicating with database of Radison website? That's a problem, right? That's not actually possible in reality, right? The Radison cannot directly give access. Radison cannot directly give access to any other third party website to of their database, right? Am I right? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with this, right? Right. It's very similar that you won't give your wallet or mobile access to any of the third person, right? Am I good at this point? You guys understood this, right? You guys understood this, right? Okay. Now coming to the another point. Just suppose front end of Radison is written in Angular or React. Okay, Angular or React, any one of it. Okay, but this backend is written in Java. Is this possible that Angular code can communicate to Java code? No, that's not possible directly. And if that's not possible, then database wouldn't be able to give the data to front end, right? Right? Okay, just a second, guys. So, if this is not possible, then this is also not possible. Am I right, guys? Do you understood this basic architecture? Let me minimize the screen and show you the full architecture. Do you understood this basic problematic architecture? Do you understood this problematic architecture? This is where API comes in the picture. Okay, this is where API comes in the picture. How many of you know these two problems? Raise your hands. How many of you know this problem already? That due to this problem, API was invented. Okay, I guess no one was familiar with this problem. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. No worries. Okay, so now let's see how API is going to help it out. Okay, now let's see how API is going to help. Okay. I am hoping that this problem scenario was this. Okay, I see people still joining the call, and that's already very late. We are already 20 minutes into the class. You guys should be joining in on the time. Okay, let's talk about other thing. Okay, let's see how APIs help. Okay, so just see that this is a front end of RDW. RDW here is Radison website. Okay, and here sits APIs. Okay, here sit API. I will explain this architecture. Let me complete the diagram. Okay, and that's backend code. Okay, of RDW. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and that's the database of RDW. Okay, so see what really happen What does actually happen? Just suppose hit someone hit a request to see all the hotels present in Delhi. Okay, to see all the hotels present in Delhi. Someone search all the hotels in Delhi for Radisson. Okay, there are many hotels of Radisson in Delhi only. Okay. So all the hotels available in Delhi. Okay, Radisson has many branches, not only in Delhi, even in Bangalore and many other cities. Okay, I'm just giving an example of Delhi. Okay, again, someone just want to see the request. Someone just want to see all the hotels of Radisson in Delhi. Okay, so now what will happen? This will not. Okay, just a second, guys. Okay. This will not directly communicate to this, since this is in Angular and this is in Java. Okay, this is in Java and this is in Angular. So this cannot directly talk to backend code. Okay, what will actually happen when you actually requested? What happened? This code didn't try to communicate with Java code. This code actually generated a HTTP request. Okay, we will understand what's HTTP request. Okay, so this code actually generated a HTTP request. Okay, and this HTTP request was hit to API. Okay, this HTTP request was hit to API. And now this API knows what front end wants to know. Okay, this API knows what front end wants to know. What is the thing that user is requesting now. Okay, now this API can communicate to backend. Okay, even this way, this is going to send HTTP request. This is going to send HTTP request. HTTP protocols are independent of languages. Okay, so this will again send the HTTP request. Okay, now backend understand HTTP request. Now, when you go into the backend, there is a code written for this particular HTTP request. Get all hotels in Delhi. Okay, there is a particular code written in backend for this. So this backend when this backend will see this request coming from API, when this backend will see this request coming from API, this will immediately trigger that get all hotels code. Okay, this will trigger this get all hotels code, and this has some relation directly to the database, since we need all the data of hotels, Radisson hotels that are present in Delhi. So this will ask database to return the results. Okay, just one thing. Backend code written in any language can communicate to database. That's a very obvious thing, and everyone should know this. Okay, and this database will return all the hotels to backend. Okay, and in further request, this backend code will return a HTTP response. This will return a HTTP response. Okay, this HTTP response is understood by API. Now this API knows how to display. This API will again understand that what backend is giving to it, and this backend will tell frontend that your backend has given me this data, just display it on the front end. And that's how APIs work. Okay, and it will be same for any other front end. If there will be any other front end, if let's suppose it yatra.com, if yatra.com is there, yatra.com will request it to its API. Okay, we are not directly exposing to its backend or its database. Okay, we are not directly exposing things to its backend or database. The front end of yatra.com or API or goibibo.com will hit the API. And in further request, this API will be talking to the backend of a Radison website. Okay, guys. So give me a thumbs up if this whole concept, this whole mess up things, whole mess that I did on the screen is clear. I guess I took 20 minutes of explanation on this, but I guess this should be clear to everyone. Okay, guys, I want a thumbs up from everyone. I want everyone. This should be clear to everyone. If there is someone who's not clear with it, can watch the recording. Either watch the recording or can ask to explain again. Okay, Krishna, is it not clear?
No, one doubt. This API is in this example is like the owned by Radison, right? Like who has
Yeah,
that?
API will be always owned by the owner. And that's right now the owner of the database is Radison, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. So I am hoping, since no one else is asking it out, I am hoping that this is clear to everyone. This architecture is clear to everyone, right? Okay, guys. So I will just share the screen again from my laptop. Okay,
One more doubt, Nikhil.
go ahead.
Yeah. So here, like API, Radison API, and suppose if, like, if, for example, if you're talking here for the yatra.com, so suppose if I hit anything from yatra.com to check for the Radison, so yatra.com also use their API to talk, or directly means front end technology will you talk to API?
No. You will get to know this.
Oh, okay.
There is a link. Okay, there is a link for every API. Okay, and that link will be owned by Radison API, and ultimately Radison API is owned by Radison itself, right?
Yeah.
So that's very simple. When you are actually when you are actually searching for getting all the hotels of Radison in Delhi, that's actually hitting the link. That's actually hitting the link of API in the backend code. Okay, that's actually hit. The link is actually getting triggered. Okay, and then a data is returned, and that's displayed on our web page according to the logic of front end. Do you got that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So this was not very important from testing point of view, because this was not a testing question. This is an architecture question. But I want you guys to be very clear, very specific about this. Okay, because it can be asked in an interview many times. Okay. This can be asked in interviews many times. Okay. So give me a thumbs up, guys, if this is clear. Okay, guys, that's nice. That's nice. So I will share my screen here. Okay, meanwhile my screen is shared, I will open the notepad to create some notes for you. Okay. So, what's an API? We just discussed how an APIs work. So we will be framing the definition from here. Okay. Okay. So API, that's the abbreviation for it. The actual is application programming interface. Why it's called application programming interface? Because this acts between the application and this acts as an interface between the application and the programming, right? That's why it's called application programming interface. Okay, that communicate between the two things. Okay, is an interface, or I would say communication protocol. Okay, a communication protocol between client and server to simplify the building of software. Guys, is there any doubt in this definition? Okay, so as I said, these I will show you guys. Actually, I will show you something. Let me search. Donkey. Okay. Okay, I will again go to a home page. I will again go to the home page of Google. Okay, guys, right now you don't see a URL here, right? You don't see a URL here. I will just search. Let me search ChatGPT. Okay, let me search ChatGPT. Okay. Now you guys see there is a big URL in the chat box. There is a big URL in the chat box. There is a big URL in this search bar. So you know what actually happened? See, this is the base URL for Google, right? This is the base URL for Google, right? If you want to access Google, you need this URL, right? But do you see something like search? Do you see something like search? And what did I just do? I searched ChatGPT. I searched for ChatGPT. And you see search Q is equals to ChatGPT. Do you see this? For rest of the things, you will need you need to attend couple of lectures for understanding the rest of URL. But I guess everyone is able to understand the URL till here. I guess everyone is able to. Now let me search something else. Let me search my name. Okay, Nikhil. Do you see now the value changed from ChatGPT to Nikhil? Am I right? Let me search Nikhil Sedana. The value again changed from Nikhil to Nikhil Sedana. Do you see this? Do you see this? The URL is constantly changing. The URL is constantly changing, right? So do you get a fact whenever you are searching or updating? Okay, first thing is searching. Okay, let's just talk about searching. Whenever you are searching anything, anywhere, not only on Google, guys, not only on Google's. Let's try Go IBGO. Let's try Go IBGO. Right now, that's the Google URL. Okay? That's the URL of Google. Okay. I will hit this. Now, do you see the base URL has changed to goibigo.com? Do you see this? Okay, I'm not doing this. Let me do this. I will click on this login or sign up button and let's see what happened. Okay, nothing changed. I guess that's frame. That's why nothing happened. That's an iframe. Okay, but let's do one thing. Let's search here. I don't know if the URL is going to change or not. If they haven't applied any security things, then the URL is going to change. Okay. Let's search from Chandigarh. Okay, whatever it is. Hyderabad. Okay. And now understand one thing. The data of flights, there will be flights from many different companies. Indigo or I would say Air India or anything. Okay, there are different flights. How the Goa Ibibo is going to get the data from the Indigo flights and any other flights, right? So let me search this. Okay, let me search this. I will change the date to 11th Sep. Okay. See, it's loading. Do you see, guys, something? Do you see something? Do you see something? The URL is again changed. Since I was searching for the flights, it's showing flights, air. IXW is the code for Chandigarh. HYD is the code for Hyderabad. 2025-03-11 is the date that I selected. And that's some timestamp, I guess. Do you see do you understood this? Everything is how everything is happening. Everything is happening as expected, as we discussed, right? Do you understood this thing? As we discussed, the URLs are changing, and I guess everyone is able to see these URLs, right? Okay. I guess that's good. Okay. So for any database, guys, there are 4 things that need to be taken care of. That is, get the data. That I will say reading the data. Okay, reading data. Updating data. And even before these, one thing come, creating data. Okay. If I talk about any example of creating data, when I go and log in or sign up for the first time, my data will be saved for the very first time in their database, right? If I have already have an account on GoIBibo, so that won't be creating any data. But if I will be signing in with the new phone number, then this is going to save a new data in the database. Okay, just an example of creating data. Okay, that's updating data, and last one is deleting the data. Right, guys? Right? Just suppose I will give you another example. If I delete my account on this, so that will be deleting the data. Okay, that will be deleting the data, right? Or just suppose that I uploaded a post on Instagram. And now I want to delete it. So that would be deleting the data. Okay. Is that good, guys? Is that good? I guess everyone understood this, right? Okay. So I told you that everything in the API is based on HTTP request and response, right? Everything is based on this, right? So for all these operations, we have get HTTP request. Oh, no. For creating the data, we have post HTTP request. Okay. And for getting the data, we have a get HTTP request. And for updating the data, we have put or patch. Okay. Mainly we will be discussing the put. Okay. Mainly we will be discussing this. Okay. And for deleting, we have a delete HTTP request. Okay. Guys, is this clear to everyone? I want to know if this is clear to everyone. Okay. So that's clear to everyone. Okay, that's fine, guys. If that's clear to everyone. Okay, and do I need to write a detailed explanation about get or post or put or delete. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. So, do you remember when I was searching this Google? When I just searching this Google, this has a keyword search right now here. Okay, this has a keyword search. Okay, but now let's go to some other website of Google only. Okay. I guess let's try calendar. Okay, do you see there is another this google.com will always remain the base URL. Okay, see this you can ignore for this. Even if I am going to search Google Calendar from here, the URL will change. Since I opened the base URL of calendar, to that changed. Okay. Okay, so do you see now? Do you see a calendar here? Do you see a calendar here? Give me a thumbs up, guys. If do you see a calendar here? The base URL will always remain google.com. Doesn't matter. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, let me show you another thing. Let's talk about Drive. Okay, let's talk about Google Meet. I don't know if Google Meet. Now see, this has the word as landing. Okay, this has a word as landing. Okay, let's talk about Drive. Drive has a keyword Drive in this thing. See, the calendar and Drive are very similar. Calendar.google.com, calendar/u0r. And see, that's again very similar. Drive u0 home. That's very similar, right? Right, guys? And again, the base URL is google.com. That's coming from google.com. Okay. This domain is same. Last two words, google.com is same, right? For every URL of Google, right? So, guys, this gives me a sense that Google owns several things. Like calendar or images. We have Google Images. Okay, we have Google Images. Okay, or we have Drive, Google Sheets. Okay, many things. Okay, it cannot be listed out for Google at least. Okay, it cannot be listed out. I cannot list it. That's a long list. Okay, so see. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so doesn't these things feels like a collection? Okay, calendar. If I'm searching something in calendar, so calendar is a one collection or one resource. If I am searching in images in itself and a collection. Drive is a collection in itself. Sheets is a collection in itself, right? Sheet has its own database, Drive has its own database, Images has its own database, and calendar has its own database. But ultimately, the parent database is google.com. Am I right, guys? I hope everyone understood this. Okay. So, what are resources or collection? The thing that I explained right now is resources or collection. Okay. These represents which can be accessed from. These represents collection which can be accessed from server. That was very simple, guys, right? That was very simple. Am I right, guys? Okay, let me give you some examples. Like Google, that might not be the actual URL, but again, the things are same for Google. Okay, google.com slash images, google.com slash calendar, again, google.com slash drive, etc., etc. Right, guys? Right? I hope everyone understood this, right? I'm hoping that everyone understood this, right? So these are, we will discuss these things in practical scenarios. Don't worry. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. And now I want you to understand path parameters. Okay. Show you the path parameters. How should I? Okay. Okay. Do you see driver U0 home here? Do you see driver 0 home here? Right? Right? So this particular URL means that this URL will point to the home of drive. Okay, home of drive. And if I talk about Google Calendar, that has again a similar URL, calendar U0R. This will point out to my home page of calendar, right? This will point out to home page of my calendar. If I talk about Google Meet, Google Meet has a bit of different things. Okay, I will come to Google Meet as well. No worries. But you understood this, right? I want to just show you something. Okay, I will try to change the URL. Okay, I will try to change this URL. Let me just change the date. See, as I change the date, this URL is also changed. Okay, this URL is now pointing to a specific date. Okay, this URL is now pointing to a specific date, right? And that's the date on which I am pointing out, 26th February, right? As I told, that these parameters, these are actually path parameters which are pointing to a specific resource. If I talk about 5th February, the date will be again changed. It's pointing to 5th February 2025, and it's talking about the week, and rest of the URL remains the same. Do you understood this, guys? Do you understood this? These are path parameters, and that would be the same thing in Google Drive as well. If you want to see, right now it's home. When I will switch to my drive, the URL again changed to my drive. Do you see this? Because right now I am inside my drive, and this URL is pointing to my drive. Okay, even if I copy this URL, and if I hit in another tab, this is going to take me on this tab. This is going to take me on my drive tab. All right. See, I am already in my drive, not on the home page. Do you understood this, guys? Because when I hit this URL, this is not actually URL. I am actually hitting an API request. Do you understood this, guys? Okay, guys. Okay. 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 So what are path parameters? Okay. What are path parameters? These are variables. Okay, will be changed according to the data you requested. Okay, are the variable parts of the URL. They are typically used to point to a specific resource, not the complete resource, to a specific resource. Okay, within a collection is important. Example. Let's see example. Okay. Just suppose google.com, and I am in the docs, and I am pointing the doc with ID 12234. That's a good example, right? That's a good example. Okay, give me a thumbs up, guys, if you are clear till here. Okay. The next thing is we have query parameters. What's query parameter? Now I will go to Google Meet. You see a different structure right now. See, in calendar we are having no question mark, right? We are having no question mark, right? But this has a question mark after the landing. Landing is the collection. Okay, landing is the collection. Okay. Now, this is the URL. Okay, this is the URL HS197 auth user 0. What this is doing, this is actually filtering out the things. This HS and auth user 0 might be okay, guys, don't try this URL. Okay, don't try this URL. This might hit this is not going to hit because this is Google. Obviously Google has a good security. Okay, this is obviously not going to hit on your systems, but that the auth user 0, that is specifically pointing to my account, that this Google Meet is for the user who has auth user equals to 0 and HS equals to 197. Okay. Honestly, I don't know what's HS, but sorry guys, but that's actually pointing out to this web page, and that web page is my web page. See, this shows API testing session 1. That's in my calendar. Okay, that's in my calendar. So that's why this is used to filter out the results. Okay, that's pointing to a filtered result. Do you understand this, guys? Give me a thumbs up if you understand this. Okay, that's fine. You guys understood this. So what are query parameters? Okay, what are query parameters? Used to sort or filter results. And query parameter is identified with question mark, right? I can even show you another example of this query parameter. Remember when we were searching on Google, this search has a question mark, and then we are giving Q equals to Nikhil Sedana. Okay, we are giving Q equals to Nikhil Sedana. For rest of the URL, we will understand in the later on sections. But this Google has a long database, okay, a large database, right? This Google has a large database. I am pointing to search collection, but in search collection, even search collection is very big in google.com. In search collection, it told Google to search the keyword Nikhil Sedana. Search the data with keyword Nikhil Sedana. Okay, there must be the meaning of Q is the keyword Nikhil Sedana, right? So do you understood this, guys? Do you understood this? So that's filtering out the results with keyword Nikhil Sedana. And when you will see all the results, that must be having a word Nikhil Sedana. Okay. See, that has a word Nikhil Sedana. That has a word Nikhil Sedana. By the way, that's my LinkedIn profile. Sorry guys, I'm not actually very well. That's again Nikhil Sedana. That's again Nikhil Sedana, and that are some pictures of mine. Above 3, not the below 3. Again, that's some Nikhil Sedana. That's again Nikhil. That's again my profile and what it's showing, guys. I don't know. I don't even know this. That's my profile. Okay, this is, you know, that I never registered on this website. This website is taking the data from LinkedIn This website is hitting the URL from LinkedIn. See, weekdays.work people Nikhil Sedana 2608. That's my LinkedIn username. Okay, and that's the keyword I searched on Google. So I never used this website. I'm looking into this website very first time. But yeah, this shows something, right? Okay, I never took this website. That's showing all of my skills. That's showing all of my experience. That's actually a good website. Okay, nice. Okay, that has some FAQs as well. Nikhil works for workplaces. Role is work quality analyst. That's the current tenure, total experience, something like that. Okay, Nikhil's LinkedIn profile, email address, 37. Okay, okay. Even that's my That's my number. That's the last two digits of my real number. Okay. Even it has even my name of my city. Okay, that's amazing. I never saw this website even before, but this has all my data. Okay, that's good. And you know what that's doing? That's hitting an API of LinkedIn. That's hitting an API of LinkedIn. I'm looking this website very first time. Even that was nice, guys. That was nice. That was nice. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. So that's it for today's lecture. That's it for today's lecture. We will talk about few more things. We are already done with the time. We're already done with the time. Okay. So I want to know, are there any doubts? You see what's the magic of API, what API actually does, right? Okay. So for all the people who are attending this as a demo session, can ask for the syllabus from Rajat, the person who provided you the link. You can go and ask him for the syllabus of API testing. We will be covering a vast syllabus. Okay, guys. One more thing. I'm just thinking to conduct these sessions only on the weekends. Is that fine? Because I'm a bit busy in my office work, so I just want things to remain on weekend. And the time will remain same, this 9 to 10. Is that fine, guys? We can have one more class in weekdays, but that will be optional. Okay, that will be optional. If we will be behind in our syllabus, so I want that you guys are good at this. Okay, you guys are good at this, and most of you attend this session. Okay, most of you attend this session, and since you guys are only having times on weekend, so I want this to be productive, the weekends to be productive. Okay, guys, is that fine? Is that fine for everyone? Okay, I guess that's fine for everyone. That's cool, guys. That's cool. We will have 2 or 3 sessions in the complete week. Okay, that would be either in weekdays or either on the weekends. Okay, so don't worry. And the third session is optional, as I said. Okay, that would be not every week. That would be sometimes. Okay. Okay, guys. So if you are having any doubts, you can either watch the recording. Again, recording will be uploaded to Drive by tomorrow. Okay, my few things, I'm facing technical issues in few things. Okay, so that will be resolved by tomorrow morning. We are already in the touch with the concerned person for this. Okay, so that would be done very soon. Okay, that's it, guys, from my side. Just go, and for all the people who are attending it as a demo session, just go and give the feedback to Rajat. Okay, your feedback is very important. I want the things to go like in your way. Okay, everything should be resolved. Okay, Gaurav has raised the hand. Hi, Gaurav. You can go ahead with your doubt.
Yeah. So Nikhil, like basically, this will be going to be a live session, right? Every weekend.
Yeah. We will be doing it as a live session.
Okay, and so like automation, like I got like syllabus also from the Shansan team. So may I know the automation scope here in this API testing part?
Bro, we will be doing automation, complete automation in Postman. Okay.
Okay.
And we will be there is one more special thing. There is one more special thing. We'll be doing automation on the Postman. We will be doing 2 to 3 projects, or even more than that. Depends on the length of the course. And to be very honest, the timing one project is consuming. Okay, timing one project is consuming. Okay, I guess that's fine for everyone. And the other thing is the speciality about the projects. All of the projects which I am going to do, even I will be doing them for the first time. Why I am doing like this? I'm doing the same thing in our Selenium batch, that all the projects which I'm going to make in the live classes, even I will be doing that for the first time. I'm doing this because so that even if I get stuck somewhere, so you guys can see what real-time problems occur and how to resolve them and how to debug your code. Do you understand this? That's why I'm doing the projects which are even not done by me. Okay. So we will be doing very real-time, ultimate real-time projects that even I haven't touched one time. Okay, Harish, go ahead with your doubt.
Yeah, Nikhil, you said this is a weekends, right? So how long would this go, these sessions?
Bro, we will be having 9 to 10 session or maximum 12 session. I will try to wind up it as soon as possible. I guess that would be like max to max 12 sessions, not more than that. So it will be like 1.5 month. Okay. I guess not even 1.5 months. We will be covering it in the first week of the next month. If I talk about today, I guess it will be completed by 10th March. 10th March, not more than that.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Anyone else? But everything is fine.
Yeah, all good.
Okay, guys, great. Okay, guys, so thank you for joining in. Go and give the feedbacks to Rajat. Even the people who are already into my classes can go and give the feedbacks. Okay. Your feedbacks are important, guys. Your feedbacks are important so that I know where we are making the mistakes and where we can improve, where we have the scope of improvement. Okay. So go and throw the feedbacks at Rajat, or Rajat will share a feedback sheet, or you can just DM him directly. Okay. You can even DM me directly. Okay. No worries. Okay, guys. So that's it for today's session. Thank you and have a peaceful night, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Nikhil.
Thank you.